Their reflections shimmered on the water's surface as the Aeonbound Mistress pressed her deadly claws against Rhy Shen's throat, ready to behead him and snuff out his life.
Speak. I dare you.
She stood at the edge of the canal like a shadow carved into the world. Her body wrapped in black leather and chains, every line sculpted with purpose, unapologetically lethal. The darkness clung to her, slick as sweat on bare skin. Between them, the space crackled with an invisible current of tension that sent his pulse racing.
I will not wait another second. Speak. Make me laugh.
The mistress's lethal closeness clashed with the serene, welcoming city across the canal. Beyond, the white towers of Alcor rose in stark contrast to the deadly scene unfolding here at the edge of Mizar. Her eyes betrayed her. There was a flicker of hope that he might give her a reason not to kill him. Rhy Shen leaned back slightly, letting the tension hang thick between them.
Okay, you want a joke, witch? You'll get one. Worried about me talking about the Aeonfire? Funny thing is, everybody knows. The alchemists, the Juru in the melting village, an asshole named M, and another asshole named Armath Orson.
Her scarlet red eyes flickered.
Your little secret isn't so secret after all. Ha! Good joke, right?
A long silence. Even M remained quiet, terrified that even a whisper might betray him. Rhy Shen closed his eyes, every muscle coiled, bracing for the endless pain he was certain would come. Finally, she lowered her weapons. The mistress laughed, truly laughed, a sound that rolled over the pitched roofs of Mizar. Though, even in her amusement, her voice carried the weight of absolute control. This time, she left him in one piece. Her eyes wandered along the canal as she began to move along the deserted waterside, subtly compelling Rhy Shen to follow with the sway of her body.
It's the mistress! The mistress!
Seeing a few fishers fleeing in the distance, Rhy Shen realized with a jolt, she was the reason no one dared linger here at all.
You clever little speck of dust. You had me for a moment, with your reckless yet honorable courage. And yet, I see right through you.
Amusement snapped back into contempt in an instant.
I'd wager your left arm. The alchemists sent you here, didn't they? You're one of their little experiments, I suppose.
There was no denying. Rhy Shen lifted the only hand he had left in defense and clung to the truth, even as each word scorched his tongue.
Well, to be honest, I am. They did, but I denied their stupid request.
And thus you are here.
This woman. She made Rhy Shen feel the same profound wrongness that had cast him out of his last, royally screwed up life.
Well, screw you then, witch. I just wanted to help.
He saw it, the sincere confidence in her eyes that someone like him did not deserve to exist anywhere at all. With the tip of her finger, the mistress traced the cold edge of her moonblade, as if weighing the mercy of erasing him again.
To hell with it. These alchemists will send somebody else. Or a whole army, who the hell knows? That was never my fucking problem anyway. This place is a damn madhouse. Pah!
He spat on the cobblestones for emphasis.
Give me back my left arm and my weapon, and I'll leave.
The mistress's eyes flared with a burning light that seemed to set the air ablaze.
You won't go anywhere, fragile human. You're under arrest.
Unimpressed, he pivoted on his heel and walked off, daring her to stop him.
Under arrest. Since when do assassins arrest people? Where's your prison? Where's your cage? I'm not stupid. If you put me into that fucking bottle, there's no one to help you when the alchemists come.
Her twin blades swept up again. This time, it was no longer a warning. In a single brutal motion, the mistress slashed a diagonal arc through his ribs from behind. Her second blade followed, finishing the slaughter. Rhy Shen's ghostly form split violently, one half hovering above the other, foggy edges writhing like smoke. Still reeling from her brutality, Rhy Shen tried to reform himself, but it was useless. The mistress only had to lift a single finger, and the absolute control radiating from it froze him in place. An invisible barrier denying him wholeness. Defeated and furious, Rhy Shen hissed with a sharp, angry sound, and simply hung there, suspended by her power.
You think they'll send someone? Let them come.
As the sole protector of the greatest Juru secret, she knew better. Any being in the universe that came too close to the Aeonfire would be consumed, even herself.
They would erase themselves just by looking at the Aeonfire. In truth, there's only one problem here. You.
She raised her hand, fingertips pressed tightly together, aimed at the bisected Rhy Shen. Then she snapped them apart in a sudden motion to set him on fire. The beacon traced through his fractured body, soothing the phantom pain of his missing parts with a strangely intimate warmth. Deep within, Rhy Shen felt the heat sink into his shattered core and become part of him. The mistress watched in silence, eyes sharp and distant, lost for a heartbeat in her own thoughts. Then she lowered her hand, and the waterside fell dark again. While Rhy Shen painstakingly reassembled what was left of his body, the mistress spoke.
You will not leave Mizar until I say so. Do not search for me. Do not search for the Aeonfire. Ever again. Or you will regret it.
At last, she fished Rhy Shen's Juru hammer from the pitch-black abyss bottle like a feather on a string, and tossed it to the ground in its full size.
Here. You can take your little stick back. It's broken. The forge will improve it. If you pay them well. You'll need it to defend yourself in Mizar. Fragile creatures like you tend to have a hard time here.
The mistress did not bother to say goodbye. She simply walked past the stunned Rhy Shen as he bent to pick up his hammer.
Stupid bitch. Took my arm. Huh? Holy shit!
When he straightened and turned, her face was suddenly right in front of his again. Her eyes promising death.
If you ever see me again, you're in trouble. Don't look for me.
She lifted her moonblade claws and jumped at his face.
Huh? Holy shit!
Rhy Shen shielded his eyes. In the blink of an eye, she was gone. Vanished into the mist, leaving only the ruins of fire and wind behind.
Wait, what's with my arm? Give me back my limbs, witch!
He clenched his right fist in anger, but she was already gone. Over the canal, the mist lingered, teasing, mocking. For a moment, the world felt emptier than ever to Rhy Shen. M's voice crackled through the speech bug.
You're lucky you survived this, dumbass. One drop of booze and you already made yourself a serious mortal enemy. You really shouldn't have asked about that Aeonfire, you self-righteous hothead, Someone had warned you about that, remember? It was me.
Rhy Shen ran with his remaining hand through his hair, still catching his breath.
Who is she?
Meh. She's a true nightmare. Only the stars know what she's done to the tavern guests she trapped in her abyss bottle, thanks to your big mouth.
Rhy Shen pressed his lips together, his gaze drifting to the faint spirals of smoke that was still rising from the ruined tavern, curling into the night air as a reminder of his latest faults.
So, what do we do now? I thought it was your plan too, to find out where the Aeonfire is.
Well, simpleton, I know it's not in Miza. If I had a crumbling weapon like that, I would head to the Northern Forge next, like she said. And once your lust and booze-distracted brain is functioning again, I'll tell you what someone with a spark of dignity would have done in your place.
Rhy Shen let out a bitter laugh. The city itself seemed to warn him, jagged rooftops slicing the moonlight, smoke curling like claws through the alleys, the muffled chaos of the nightlife echoing off stone and timber. He could feel it, cold and sharp. The mistress was watching. Every breath he drew, every shadow he hid in, she knew. M didn't need to say a word. Rhy Shen already understood the truth in his bones. One misstep, one wrong word, and there would be no second chance.